Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with another news update and ramble. I feel like these just keep happening, but we did get some news today that I wanted to talk quickly about. It was less like, oh my god, new news, and more like, you know, confirming news we already knew, just kind of solidifying it, which was, you know, about the 25th anniversary Power Rangers episode that's going to be airing on August 28th. It's actually getting a primetime slot, which is like the first time I think they said since, I think it was Samurai's premiere. I think didn't they do like a special airing of the extended cut of Legendary Battle 2? I feel like that was in the evening, but it might have been on Nicktoons or something. I don't know. But the point is that we're getting a primetime airing for it. That came out first, and then we found out that it's going to be following Ninja Steel, or Super Ninja Steel, actually returning on the 25th. And in addition to announcing, you know, when this is happening, they like officially confirmed 3 of the returning Rangers via picture. IGN, I think, got the first exclusive thingy. I'll link an article in the description. I know I always say I'll link it and then it doesn't happen, but here's the thing. You expect it to happen in the first second of the video? No, the Dawson guarantee is the link will be there in the next 1 day to 4 years. So there will be a link there at some point. But the picture is of Tommy, you know, Tommy Oliver using Green Ranger Morpher, so presumed Green Ranger. And then you have Kat from Zeo Turbo / MMPR using the Turbo Morpher, sort of incorrectly. She's like pointing like there's the keyhole here and she's going down here. And then you have Wes, Time Force Red Ranger. So, you know, there's been news about this forever, like for months and months, like, you know, rumors / confirmed spoiler rumors of like who's gonna be in there. Like we basically already know most of the people that are gonna be in there. Like, I don't remember the full list. I know, like, I think Sierra Hana's gonna be there because she's been posting pictures with Brennan, and Jeffrey Prazzo's gonna be there. I think I saw Steven Skyler's name. Like, there's a bunch of people that we already know, and there's been, like, I think Selwyn Ward's gonna be there. Like, we've seen some sort of leaked pictures, and there's been lists going around. So, none of this is really a surprise. This is just them being like, hey, here's the official image, and everyone get excited because of Tommy. You know, of course, Tommy already made an appearance in Legendary Battle a few years back as the Green Ranger, so he's Green Ranger again, which always kind of bothers me. Like, you have lots of choices for Tommy. I would prefer either, well, I mean, honestly, anybody but Turbo or Green Ranger. Just because Green Ranger's so overexposed and it makes little sense for me character-wise, and Turbo would kind of either be more associated with TJ or the Robo Ranger, but like, he already had the Zeo 5 powers in Forever Red. He could get Dino Thunder back somehow, it will be the most current. And I don't know, like the White Ranger always like symbolized his redemption, like moving past the evil Green Ranger era. And then he's gone so far since then. I kind of hate that we're still using, he wants to use Green Ranger in this probably in Legendary Battle because JDF's like, green! Like, I think even white would be fine. Just because, like, I feel like the White Ranger should be or is just as iconic as green as imagery-wise. Because he was, I think he was White Ranger for longer. And then it was in the movie, so it should be just as iconic. I don't know. It's whatever. Like, you know, the Rangers do have all their powers back via Legendary Battle, but I just like to know how it all happened. And like, why is Kat using Turbo? Because wouldn't she use Zeo? Like, stuff like that just bothers me. Like, I feel like such a whiny PR nerd going on about stuff like that, but at the same time, so many of these little things could just be fixed with like a throwaway line. Like, in Once a Ranger, you know, the Sentinel Knight's like, oh, I've restored their powers, and sure, like, that was a quick and easy explanation. And it raised a little more questions about, like, him and why can he do that, all that stuff. But at least it was something. Like, that's, at this point, that's the best I can ask for. I would love it if Power Rangers became this show where they cared about the lore and, like, looked at the series Bible every time to make sure things lined up and they explained it. But I'm just asking for the midway point, so I'm not, like, it's almost like an OCD thing where it bothers me. So, yeah, that kind of stuff is weird. Especially since, you know, PR has Rangers that assume multiple mantles and Ranger powers that were assumed by multiple people. So, I don't know. We'll see. But that's the news. I can't help but find it weird that this was announced basically a little over a week after Comic-Con. I just did a video not too long ago about the Comic-Con news, or the lack thereof, and I talked about how it was weird that we had a lack of presence for Super Ninja Steel because they had the cast there. It would have been cool. I mean, it's not like I'm terribly excited about it, but just it's cool and kind of logical to do a last Super Steel panel and then, you know, announce, oh, the show's returning the 25th, everybody, and then we're doing the anniversary episode. Or even if you didn't do the panel, have them announce it. Like, Comic-Con is when everybody's looking at you, and, you know, maybe I guess they could have wanted to do it on their own terms, but I just feel it makes more sense to take advantage of it. Because I talked about in that video, too, how they're probably saving stuff for Morphicon, but again, it makes more sense to use the bigger stage for things, so I don't know. It just seems weird, especially, like, a week after. If this had been, like, I don't know, a week before. I guess since it's in August, this is the perfect time to announce it, because it's like 3-4 weeks away. But, you know, if, setting that aside, knowing the date now, if it had been like a month later or a couple weeks later, whatever, but like literally practically a week after Comic-Con's over, you announce it, I'm like, why didn't you just do it at Comic-Con? It could have at least given you a little bit of stuff to talk about. And I can understand if maybe they're just kind of like running out the clock on Super Steel. But, you know, the 25th anniversary episode seems like something they're at least somewhat wanting to hype up. So I don't know. That just kind of bothers me that they didn't talk about it. As far as the episode, I am looking forward to it just because it's something interesting to come out of Super Steel. Again, I've talked about this before, but I'm a bit anniversary cameo fatigued, so I'm not as excited as I once was. Like back in the day when Once a Ranger, I can't even describe how excited I was. And this, I'm like, oh, okay, team up, must be Tuesday. Between like the amount of team ups we've gotten in Toku over the last few years, not to mention everyone's always clamoring for them, it just exhausts me. But I am looking forward to seeing it. I don't have too high of expectations, like I'm like, this better be the best episode ever or I'm gonna lose it. But I'm just, Super Steel, I'm just assuming is gonna kind of be a maximum kind of a meh, okay experience through the end. So like this is kind of the high point we have to look forward to, I think, for the last of this era before we get to see what Beast Morphers is made of. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. If we get any more significant announcements, I will talk about it. We'll probably get a little bit more tidbits here and there. And anyway, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get the notifications for all my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.